Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2017. I'm sitting here with Anton Katzo from What's Your Game, and he's here to talk about Loot Island. I say an island. I'm guessing there's loot.
There is loot on that island for sure. Sadly, it's pirate loot even, so it's supposed to be more valuable than others, but this loot is cursed.
Uh-oh.
As well as the island itself.
Uh-oh.
But for some reason, we as treasure hunters, living centuries after the pirates have long been lost as well, came to get these treasures maps that will lead us to the lost loot on that island. Sadly, these treasure hunters still have to deal with the curse of the island and the curse of the treasures themselves. Yes, and also, of course, these pirate treasures are hidden, so we need maps to find them. And the maps we have are not complete. These represent parts of maps that we need to assemble and play on the map, like this, on a specific landing where near our ship to prepare an expedition into the inner parts of the island. We need more than one piece to complete the map, obviously. So, and we just have a few of them in our hands, and we can only play the same color in the same column. So we, just on top of each other, yes, and in ascending order. And we will probably not be able to complete a map on our own. For example, in a 4-player game, it would require 5 cards here. We have only 7 and they're 4 colors, and they have to be placed in ascending order. So it's unlikely to do this on ourselves. But we can start. We can, during our turns, place cards, show with this, I am part of this expedition, I want some loot if we find some. But then it might not be enough. Then the next player can join with their cards. Now, if we are forced to work together to finish this, but we really don't want to. We actually want all the loot for ourselves. But we need the help of others, and this is the twist of the game that's also present in many mechanics. There's some forced cooperation in a way, so we have to manage what we give to the other players. There's a lot of interaction with this, and a lot of twists to the placement of the cards. But this interaction is always positive, or 90% positive, meaning that we don't block others, or we don't take away others, all that stuff, but we give them an opportunity, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to give other people opportunities because we want to loot for ourselves. We are greedy.
Definitely.
So, but we cannot really avoid that. So during the game, we play rounds and turns, and during turns we place cards on this island, trying to prepare, and after some time there will be a certain number of cards placed. This is obviously in order. Let's assume these are 5. At some point, everyone passes, everyone is out of cards in their hands, and we look where the ship is, so we try to find loot there. The more cards we have, the more treasure icons we see, the more loot will be revealed. So it may be interesting for others to jump in if it's already nice, but the problem is you have to share that. Everyone who's here gets part of the loot. We reveal these loot cards at some point to see a certain amount, maybe 4 here, and then we take them. The problem is someone has been there first, so this person gets to choose first. And all the loot is different. It can be combined with each other to yield extra points, for example, and it's all cursed. It's written on these cards. So
the curse points here, and there's the value here.
Yes, exactly.
And then there's the items that have the same symbols, I guess, can be combined.
Yes, some of them can be combined, some of them have majority scorings in the end. There are various ways. But once you've started with something, you may want to focus on that. But then you need to be first so other people don't take away your stuff. So you take these curse tokens as well during them. You accumulate them. If you end the game with a lot of them, more than 13 to be exact, you're out. You don't score anything. The island takes you and you're lost forever. But that's not a problem. Until the end of the game, you have all the time in the world to get rid of some of these cubes, doing certain actions, giving back loot to the island because you're not so greedy, and hoping that you'll end with too many of them. Yeah, this is also an important point of the game. It looks like a lighter Euro, but there's some twist to that. For example, you can accumulate these things. You can already guess this is negative points in the end.
Of course.
But you don't know exactly how many. You have to abolish or heal the curse at some point. So we draw specific cards in the end to show, well, to see how to get rid of this. But we do this at the end. So you cannot make the perfect calculation at the end. You can guess and you can prepare, but you cannot make this final Euro-style turn where you calculate all the possible options plus minus 1 point.
Because you don't know what
because
the
you don't know
end
exactly.
is
You can guess. If you have less than fewer cubes than the others, it's fine. But if you have more than everyone else, well, you probably have to pay a lot.
You can make sure you're still underneath that certain amount so that you can then...
And this all happens at the end. So this means during the game, we just collect. Or we accumulate our stuff. This means we can leave the calculation, all this kind of stuff, until the end. We just play. Everything we do is interactive. We can manipulate all of these things, but the scoring is all at the end. So there's no maintenance, no tracking things, well, except for the curse cubes, but you can see them at everyone else, so it's not. You can also have a lot of tricks going on with this thing, because you can place and prepare. You know, this round this will be scored. The ship goes around. And next round this will be scored. So during this turn, I can already prepare and go here, hoping
you're ready to gain.
Yes, to gain victory points in a later round.
And do it early on, so you're the first one who gets to pick, right?
For example. But then there's stuff like these special islands you can use. You can also discard cards during a turn instead of placing them on the island to use one of the special powers. But you don't place them here. You flip them, so they're done for this round. They can only be used once per round. So everyone is shooting for those because they're very strong. And they do stuff like move the ship. This one allows you to move this ship. So, oh, damn it, this is not scoring this round. This is scored next round.
Yes, you have to wait an entire turn before it scores again.
So you have to be really fast and do whatever you really want to do, but everyone wants these things. And you still, at the same time, need to cooperate with them in a way that you at least reach at least some loot. Because it's better to share with one person than to have nothing at all.
Yeah, right? So 2 to 5 players, about a half an hour to an hour or so?
Yes, I would say that. It's 2 to 5. I would say yes. It depends on the experience of the players, of course.
And the number of players as well.
Yes, 15 to 20 minutes per player, depending on how experienced they are, yes.
Right. Thank you so much. That is Root Island from What's Your Game?